Point, and they're just marshalling prior to the Owens Services Bay of Plenty Novice Trot as we look at number 1, Landora's Style, Neil Brady. And at the moment, I was going to tell you what it was paying, but little problem with the monitor. I'll look over to the infield. $2.90 and $1.90 is the money for for Landora's Style. Number 8 in the book is Carolyn's Luck, mare by Equitable. Graham Harris trains, and at the moment it is showing $16 and $3.60. But over the back is 5 Golden Cheetah. Now this is a horse that's won 2 and $10,000 in stakes money, but of course that was as a pacer, and it's resuming here today as a trotter.
Yes, he's actually reformed pacer, now starting to trot. So he's had a few trials. As any maiden trotter, he's a little bit iffy at the moment, but yeah, he probably need a run too.
So number 5, Golden Cheetah, $17 and $3.95. Unwise, number 7, David Butcher with the yellow cap there and the orange Maltese cross. Unwise, $6.75 and $2. Certainly has a consistent form line alongside the name. The last 3 efforts producing seconds for this mare by Perno Eden. Race scheduled to go right now. Let's have a look at the movers, and Landora's Style has come in for a ton of support. Springfield Heather eases to $9.70, Unwise out to $6.70. Tatsy Scott goes to $17. Carolyn's Luck drifts, and Ambro Adios. Ross has got the dollar on. It's come down to $5.90. One who's a big show in the race is number 6, Nick's Nookie, and there's Jim Smith in the sulky. This mare by Sheila Hanover out of Nicky Evander. Hasn't had a race for a wee while, but $6.20 and $2.05 is good money for Nick's Nookie, because she's capable. And as long as she doesn't put a foot wrong, and she hasn't done the last couple of starts, then you'd expect a big effort from Nick's Nookie, and it'll be right there when it matters. Springfield Heather is number 2 with Keith Coppins, the black with the white Maltese cross. $9.70 and $2.45. One can't help but think that's a wee bit over the odds when you consider this filly ran a very good second last time. Mind you, it wasn't a flash field, so that probably tempers that statement somewhat. Have advice of a late scratching in race 5, and that is number 8. A late scratching in race 5, so Ray Vance comes out. And that's a first leg of a double here on races 5 and 6. Number 4, Tatsy Scott, $20 and $5.70. They're in behind the tape, so with Radio Pacific, let's go to Terry Yule.
In comes Golden Cheetah. Nick's Nookie comes down. Joined then Unwise. Here they come. Graham Harris making a return to the north as Caroline's Luck in here. Set and ready. Racing they are now. The Owens Services Bay of Plenty Limited Novice Trot field around the journey, and trotting out best of all Miss Mustang on the journey. Tatsy Scott, Ambro Adios has made a fair enough beginning, although a wee bit off stride at that point, losing momentum. Getting through on its inside to Landora's Style on the journey. Golden Cheetah, Caroline's Luck, they were clear then up of Lil Hammer, is followed by Springfield Heather. Ambro Adios settles now for Jane Stormont. Further back, Nick's Nookie up on its outside as they leave the straightaway. First time is Unwise, then came Gill going off straight for Todd Mitchell. Well back is Barford St. Martin, no chance. So the leading horses make good ground to the back straight away first time, and keeping them honest at this point now as they go on toward the 1600 metre mark is Miss Mustang, getting up to enjoy a nice trail as Tatsy Scott for 10 Edwards. They're away by 2 lengths from Golden Cheetah, then endeavouring to make ground on its own is the Landora's Style for Neil Brady. 4 back on the pole line. Caroline's Luck getting past it with Peter Brown. The drive now is Lil Hammer, is followed by Umbro Adios. Back on the inside in the white Maltese cross, Keith Coppins now with Springfield Heather, about to be joined by Unwise, and it's the outside. Forget about the rest of them. They're headed there by Nick Snooky's enjoying a nice gallop for Jim Smith. So then Gilgal and Barford St. Martin, no chance as well. They trot on down past the 2002. Landora's style's gone off stride for Neil Brady. That's left Miss Mustang still nicely clear. Miss Mustang showing out now. Tatsy Scott left the trail at that point as Umbro Adios makes a good run to come up on the outside to make a line of three. Right in behind them on the pole line, Golden Cheetah getting a nice trip is joined by Lil Hammer on the outside. Back on the pole line to Caroline's Luck, joined on the outside in the yellow cap. David Butcher there with Unwise. They go to the 800 metre mark, and last of the main group is Springfield Heather. Into the back straight away they go, and the field being headed along nicely on the Owens services by a Plenty Limited Novice Trot field by Miss Mustang. A length the outside, Umbro Adios. They get up to the 600 metre mark. Down on the inside, Tatsy Scott has had every chance. Right there as well as Lil Hammer. Back on the inside, Caroline's Luck. In between that pair to Golden Cheetah and Derek Ball the drive. The main group tightened up. They were followed by Unwise, and on its outside is Springfield Heather. Fairway back to Landora's Style. Round past the 4 they trot, and Miss Mustang has done a nice job on top so far, but here comes a serious attack now from Umbro Adios the outside. The pair draw clear by 4 lengths from Tatsy Scott and Golden Cheetah. Back on the inside to Caroline's Luck as they have gone clear of the remainder of the field, headed by Springfield Heather. It's Miss Mustang and Jeffrey Martin being driven right out. Umbro Adios though doing best. Down on the inside, Tatsy Scott, and Tatsy Scott is going to get it at good odds. Tatsy Scott, then Golden Cheetah. Umbro Adios, by Jove, that just let it go, I feel. They were followed by Caroline's Luck. They were clear of Miss Mustang. Unwise, wider out was Springfield Heather. They were clear of Lil Hammer. Then came Landora's Style. Well back was Nick Snooky, followed by Barford St. Martin, and Gilgal is last.
Well, the mare by Gee Whiz out of Capucci, Tatsy Scott, has slipped under the guard a wee bit because Ted Edwards hasn't had this mare to the races since February, and that was down in Stratford. And he's come with a well-timed run down on the inside to grab the victory. The converted pacer Golden Cheetah may have been in need of the run, according to driver Derek Ball, but it certainly gave the winner a bit of a fright in the run to the line. And Umbro Adios had to be held together, it appeared, by James Stormont down the straight, but he's trotted pretty solidly to the line, and she will have to be content with that third placing. So numbers 4, 5 and 11. Miss Mustang set up the pace but was found wanting in the last 70 or odd metres. And look at this finishing run from Tatsy Scott. Golden Cheetah, an eye-catching effort fresh up, and on the outside number 11, and that was Umbro Adios. Tatsy Scott, $21.05 and $5.90. Golden Cheetah, $4.20, and Umbro Adios, $1.70. Quinella 4 and 5, $286.60. And the trifecta, numbers 4, 5, 11, $3,161.75. Nick Snooky galloped on several occasions, as did Landora's Style, who trotted into it in the early stages, but then flew to pieces, as we listen to the judge and his pronouncement.
4, 5, 11, 3, 8, 2. The margins, a head, a short neck, and 2 lengths. The winner's time 2:59.92. The winner's mile rate 2:11.2. 4, 5, 11, 3, 8, 2. That's official. Race 2. The Owens Services by a Plenty Limited Novice Trot.
Ted Edwards has some fun with the half-brother to Tatsy Scott in Royal Heights. And looks like he's in for a bit of a campaign here with this mare, Tatsy Scott, who's